Okay, good day, guys. So we'll be talking majorly on support patterns, and I'll be giving you keys on how to you can accurately draw your support and resistance. Support and resistance. You remember the last class I told you that markets move in an uptrend, a downtrend, and a sideways. That's the three major ways which markets move. You can see it now. We will be looking at euros USD currency pair. Now, if you can see what's USD, you can see that USD now is in an uptrend. Why? Because you can see that the market is going up. It's in an uptrend, and it was previously in a downtrend around this area. You can see. So, where's my? See if I can bend my screen so that you can get a clear view. Okay. Yes. So by this we can get a clear view of the market. You can see the trade USD. Now, USD now is currently in an uptrend. And this was, you can see before the uptrend there was the previous downtrend around this area. I'm seeing if I can get like a marker. Okay, these are the types of charts that I was telling you about: bar charts, candlestick chart. You can see the arrows candle, columns, lines. See how the line resemble. You can see the way the line resemble. Now if I want to change to bar chart, see how bar chart is. As it's different from candlestick pattern. If I put it in candlestick pattern now, you can see. When I put it in hollow candles, you can see. There are different forms. There are some columns, you can see. So you have different ways of shot, different types of shots. I mean, different types of shots. But we're using candlestick for mostly for our class. We're using candlestick. We're using candlestick for most of our class. Now, you can see that it was in a previous it was in a downtrend, and now it's not in an uptrend. Use USD is now in an uptrend. I'm looking for where I can write. Okay, just look where I can write. Let me just layer this. Okay, let me just. Okay. You can see that during this area, USD was in a downtrend. This was in my downtrend. Now, this is a new trend and it's in an uptrend, right? Because the market is going up. Except it not get to a stage and it change direction down to downtrend, and you can see market change. But at this particular time, see, market was coming down here also. Then you go to this place, see that it was now moving in a particular range. You can see it was moving in a particular range. That's what we mean by sideways. Before it now starts forming an uptrend that came here again, you see, it's moving a particular inch, they come down to downtrend. If you look at previous chart also, look at the previous chart also, look at previous chart also. Look at previous chart. That's it. That's it. This was what I used to explain for you guys. See, this is a downtrend, this is an uptrend, this is a sideways, this is a downtrend, this is an uptrend. So that's how market move. Now, I want to give you keys on how to look for support and resistance level. Now, support and resistance level, want to look for support and resistance level. These are levels where you see that there is a change, like there was a reversal in price. Maybe the price was going up, then you see that there was a point at which the price just quickly reversed. That is if it's for up, that is a resistance level. Why if it's for down, that is a support level. Let me give you an example and take a look at this area. Let's take let me put horizontal line. Okay, look at this level now. See that price was going up, then it just reversed. That's it. Now this is a resistance level. This point here is a resistance level. Let me leave the line there. Let me now zoom out. Let me zoom out. But most of the time, if you are dealing with support and resistance, you have to be able to zoom out. And you go to an higher time frame. You start carrying, taking your levels from higher time frame. So it will be very, very easy. It's very, very easy. Let me go to the 1 week. It's very, very easy for our trade. Okay, you can see. You can see that now. I want you to notice something. Okay. Now, see something. You know that this was the resistance line that I put. You can see price got here, then it changed. It now went up again, then formed a sell. It formed a sell, form a sell, form a sell. Now, you look at this place now. This is a support level. Why? Because when price gets to that level, it changed reversal. It changed immediately, sorry. So anywhere price gets to, and see that there is a change immediately, that place is a key zone. It may be support or a resistance. Now I want to give another tip. At a resistance level, you will be looking for a sell. A sell. I want you to note that down. A sell. You can see this is another resistance level here. We'll be looking for a sell. Why at support level, this down, we'll be looking for a buy. You can see this was a support level, and this was a previous support level. So let's say you have done your calculation. Yeah, you have already set your support level at when price was at this place. When the thing now get down to here, you can take a buy trade because it will surely go buy. It will surely go to a buy. Now it may not take it may be short position because it will want to respect this support 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 zone. This is also a support zone. Why? Because when price gets here, it reversed. This is a support zone, this is a support zone, this is a support zone, this is a resistance zone, this is a resistance zone, this is a resistance zone, this is a support zone. But now this is another tip. For not to make your chart like, you should make everything like just to jam pack with lines. You just have to look for major support and resistance zone. That is where you can see that price reverse quickly. Like you can see it very well. Okay, at this particular point, price reverse quickly. That's where it will be your support zone. For instance, this place, this is our support zone. You can put it as support zone. You can put it as support zone. Let me look for let me put it as support zone. I want to show you guys another thing again. Another important thing you should note of. Now, notice now. Let me look for across. Notice this is a support zone, Abi. Look at here now. Remember when what did I tell you about this zone? This is a resistance zone, but it turned to a support zone. This is a resistance zone. It's turned to a support zone. That's what we that's when we talk about trend reversal. It was a resistance zone. You can see price get to this place and came down. This was a resistance zone, but now it has turned to a support zone. So anytime you see a resistance zone turn to a support zone, you'll be looking for a buy. And anytime if it's a support zone that turn to a resistance zone, you'll be looking for a sell. You have to know those things down. We're looking for a sell like this. Look at this line now. This was a this was a resistance, this was a resistance. But notice this was a support zone here at this particular point. There's also a support zone here. and it was this buy. The people supposed to hear. But that's why you have to be very, very careful. This place, now you see that it came here. If I zoom in into this area, you see that market respects it. Any key zone, market will respect any key zone. That's why you see a retest. Let me zoom in for you. Let me mark that place and zoom in. You see that there was a buy there, but it may not be for a long period of time. But you see that there was a buy there. I mean, this circle to just form it. Okay, one. Okay, think do it too much. Trying to sorry, trying to let me zoom in like that at least to still give me sense. Let me go to a smaller time frame like 1 day. So you guys to see something at that particular time zone. I don't know why my phone is angry like this. Wow. Why is it not angry like this? Okay. This is on can see. Can see. Price gets here, then it took a buy. But it was just for a short period of time. If you go on a smaller time frame again, you see that this thing that you just see that three candlestick, it may be like 50 pips or something like that. And this money. So at any key level, there will be always a retesting because price will always respect key level. This is why we were talking about if you followed us during my previous video about trend about technical analysis, we say that history repeats itself because of this was a resistance a support zone. So as soon as price get here, it will look for a buy. See, it first of all get here, look for a buy. First of all get here, look for a buy. See, look for a guy buy. It went came down again, buy came down again. Wait for a buy before it now went to a sell. Before it now change position. This was a change. It changed to a sell. It changed to a sell. You can see even from here you can already know that it changed to a sell. Why? Because of it already giving you three different confirmation. That is three, we call it three top price action. A three top price action because price go to this place went down, go to this place went down, and go to the same place again. Now form an engulfing candlestick pattern. This is an engulfing candlestick pattern, but we'll still be talking about, we'll talk more about it in our next class about candlestick pattern. That will be our next topic. So by this I've already know if I'm looking at the market, I've already know okay, there's already a change in the market, so I can't put a buy again. I will be looking for a sell. You can see I will be looking for a sell because they already show me an engulfing pattern. So these are keys that you have to be very, very conscious of while trading the market. You have to be very, very conscious of it. You have to be very, very conscious of it. Let me go back to a higher time frame. Let me go back. Wait, I want to show you guys. I want to show you something. Now, remember I told you guys that this place, this thing you're looking at, that is just 3 pips on a 1 day time frame. If I zoom into like 5 minutes time frame, you can see that that place is the very long amount of pips. Let me mark that side. Mark this side. Let me take it. Okay. Okay. Now Let me go to a smaller time frame. Let me go to 15 minutes time frame. Trying really hard to go to the previous to that place. Can see how many people because so can only see the 5,000 bars. Okay. Let me go like 1 hour time frame. Let me go to 1 hour time frame. Okay. 10,000 gone to the same zone again. But let me see if I can just check. Just check my browser for it. Because in the 1 day pips, there are, let me check how many amount of pip that is in the 1 day pip. How many amount of pips in the one candlestick? In the 1 day candlestick. Okay. Uh, He's talking about it's not giving me what I want to say. Oh, okay. 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 Okay, now you can see a new candlestick will be formed every 5 minutes. Now, in a day, there's 24 days. There's 24 days now. Let's do 24 divided by 5. 24 divided by 5. That's 4.8. No, no, sorry. We got 24 times 60. 24 times 60 divided by 5. That's 288. That means there are 288 candlestick in 1 day. Now, earlier on, we saw that there are like 4 candlesticks that are formed Why when price reacted on that support line and that forward line, so it will be 280 times 5. You can see 1440 candlestick. That means the amount of candlestick that was amount of pips that was made is 1440. So the amount of candlestick that was made was 1440 candlestick. And at least each of that candlestick represents one pips. Let's go to a 1 day chart. Let's see if I can clear some things. So I can look it fast. Trade it. So at least every day there are like 244 pips that are formed. There are 44 candlestick that is formed in a 1 day candlestick. In that 1 day, in that one candlestick that is there are like 244 44 candlestick there. If you want to look at it on a 5 minute transfer. So that three candlestick you are seeing on the that five candlestick you are seeing on a 1 day time frame is like 144 1440 candlestick on a 5 minutes time frame. And that is money. And that is money. So these are keys in trading. These are the way we make money. These are keys in trading. But for me, I don't look at small pips like that. I look at a large amount of pips. A large amount of pips. Large amount of pips. For at least for a 1 day time frame, I'm looking at 50 pips. I'm looking at about 50 pips for a 1 day time frame. Don't know why it's not opening. Let's check MT5. Okay. MT5. So that means in every one candlestick that is being formed, at least there will be like 244 candles there in a 1 day. Because every 5 minutes there is a new candlestick formed every 5 minutes. You can see, let me show you something. I think this interface is more fast than let me show this. Okay. Look at this small candlestick here. Okay. Trying to make it big, so now let's go on the 5 minutes time frame. Get what I'm saying? Diesel price is currently as see, I've never even gotten it. See that small candlestick there I seen. I see the way it went. I see the way it went. I see the way it went. So in that one also, guys, you can see another price action pattern. Like this, I've already seen. I seen that I saw in inverse head and shoulder pattern. So you must be able to know how to navigate your forest with support and resistance line. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. You can see. This was a previous support line. See, price did not get there, but price got to here. Now let me zoom in. You see something now. Price did not touch this support line here, but it not touch this low. This is the low. Remember we were talking about low and high of a candle. It not touch this low, but it touched the body. You can see, it touched the body. It touched the body. If you look at the distance from here to here, let me check the distance from. Trying to. Because distance here is from that place to that place like 57 pips. It's 388. 388. 388. That's the difference. That's the distance. So by that, we can take that as a new support level. Can take that as a new support level. Can take that as a new support level. If we go to week one now, we won't see much difference now in that line. That's it. This is the line here. Price will always respect your support and resistance line. It will always. Price action will always expect it. I say that history repeat itself. It will get, you can even see the latest one. This is where price is now, you can see. This was a resistance line. And when price gets here, if I zoom to this place, see that there will be a reversal. It may just be a short period of time, but there will surely be a reversal at this particular point before price now went up. If just that you can go back to month, let me see which month or years, you see that that particular place where this price came to me, it was a previous resistance level or a support level. You will see. So I can go back to, yes, you will see it. It was a previous, that means at that particular price there was a resistance level there. That's why price have to go and retest it again. We call that retesting. Like that. Okay, look at phone here. Price was at this level before, now went up, came down, came down, then went up again. Now came down first to retest here before now going up again. This is what is called retesting. Retesting is like price candlestick have already formed, like price have gotten to that place before. They now went down or up to maybe to take a previous key level. Maybe it may be a support or resistance. It's going to take it before now going to this to its direction. That was going in a smaller time frame. You see. Can use support and resistance also on a smaller time frame. Okay. That's something like here. You see. This is support level. Let me put another one here. So let's go back and see where these two lines have touched before. Okay. Can see. Come on. Let me go. Yeah, currently on a 30-minute time frame. Let me go on a 1 hour time frame. Okay. Can see. Can see. This was where I put. Can see that there was a previous resistance here. That's why when price came here, It did not reach. It's supposed to go as it came in. It's supposed to go on a buy trade. On a buy trade, you know that is a support. Is a support zone. In a support zone, we are looking for a buy trade, and in a resistance zone, remember, we are looking for a sell trade. You have to note that very well so as not to lose money. So now you see that this is a support zone. Was supposed to for a buy position. We see that it now went down. Reason why is to retake this former resistance level. That's that's how to build momentum in the market. That's how you build momentum, and most of these are caused by institutional market. That's banks. This is more of a smart money concept. When we begin to talk about money concepts, you know, look at how banks trade, because they will have to first of all take um take the previous key level, and by doing so, notice you know that there are some people that inexperienced trader, when you see that price is already coming down to take this low, they will have already set their position here. It may be a buy limit, it will be a buy limit. They already set their buy limit here, so that means when price gets here, they will automatically put them in a buy trade, and they will be looking for a stop loss of here, of a previous key level. That's how inexperienced trader trade. You'll be looking for a stop loss of a previous key level that will not be far. So now, what the market will now do is that it will touch here. Instead of it now going in that direction, it now come down so as it can take people with low amount of money or low stop loss. It will take them out of the market completely. To take them out of the market completely. So now when price gets here, it's already taken out your market and you're already on a loss side. Let's say you use like a loss size of one. That's standard loss size if you can remember. Loss size of one. That means for every pips you are gaining $10. Now if you calculate how many pips from here to here, from here to here is a longer. Let me calculate. Okay. For here to here, this empty five, you can just because from here to here, let me get this close to here. Because 17 pip. I'm looking at 17 pips. Because 17 pips, the difference in price is 0.0043. That's the pips. So for 3 pips, you can see. And some people, their stop loss is like 10 pips, depending on the time frame at which they set the market. Stop loss can be 10 pips. Some people want. So now, if you like this 43 pips, now what it means that you know that 1 pips in standard loss size is $10. This 43 pips means $430. That's $430. That means the person, if you're using a standard dollars and it went reversal in your way, like it's not going in your direction like this, you're already on a 430 loss. So that means, let's say you have a $100,000 account now, and you put this trade and it came to touch here. That means you're already with a 430 loss. And so if you have a 1,000 account, that means you're already in a 430 loss. And by that, if you are not careful, you can even blow the account off. That's why stop loss is very important. Take profit is very important, and where you set your stop loss are important also. Where step of your stop loss, your buy limits, buy stop are very, very important. And we'll be treating more of that in the class to come. So thank you guys for joining today's class.